I'm James Gunning, hypnotherapist and owner of Inner Peace Talk Therapy. I imagine you may be considering using hypnosis or hypnotherapy to overcome or change something in your life. But before you do, no doubt you have some questions. So I've put this together to answer the most common questions I receive from a day-to-day basis. So sit back, listen, and if after this you have any more questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Hypnosis can be traced as far back as Greek and Egyptian times. It's suggested they were using it for healing or religious purposes. However, nowadays, in the modern times, hypnosis is used for change work. So it's a great way to access the part of your mind that may be stuck. And that's often referred to as your subconscious or your emotional mind, your monkey mind or your inner child. Access to this is normally not available unless you use something like deep meditation or hypnosis. This emotional subconscious is the most powerful part of your mind, and it's capable of incredible things. However, if you can't access it, it makes change very difficult. So in hypnosis and hypnotherapy, we use hypnosis to gain access to this part of the mind, so we can make some profound changes and positive changes quickly. So hypnosis then. The word hypnosis and the word trance quite often can be off-putting. However, I generally say forget those words. All they actually talk about and describe is a highly focused state of mind. That's all hypnosis is really, just a deeply focused state of mind. When you deeply focus or highly concentrate on something, your brain waves alter. So when you're just having general conversation and you're chatting or you're maybe shopping, you're in a beta brainwave state, which is quite a rapid brainwave. When you give suggestions to relax the mind or the body or to focus on something, the more focused you become, the more your brainwaves begin to alter. And in a deep hypnosis state, or any hypnosis state, your brainwave changes to a theta wave, which is a very slow wave. And this is where the magic happens. When you're in a theta wave or a hypnotic state or highly focused state, you have access to the subconscious mind, the emotional inner child, the monkey mind, the part of your mind that holds all your belief systems and the cards to everything. So accessing this part of your mind is like accessing the computer program on a computer. We can all use a computer, but not all of us know how to write the software or to create a program to run on it. So in hypnosis, we give you that access, so you can make profound and quick changes to the way you think, act, behave, and feel. So one of the questions I get asked a lot is hypnosis safe? Absolutely yes. Hypnosis is a natural state. It's as natural as feeling happy or sad or excited. It's part of nature. And the best part of that is, because it's a natural state, you can't get stuck. You can totally be yourself in hypnosis. In fact, you can even lie under hypnosis. So that shows you how much control you have. And although it looks like you're asleep, in fact, you're very, very alert. Your eyes are only closed to keep your eyes moist, because when you go into hypnosis, your blink reflex slows down, which means you may hardly blink or not at all, causing your eyes to get dry. So we suggest you close your eyes to keep them safe, to keep them moist, so they don't dry out. So it may look like you're asleep, but in fact you're very, very awake. Another question I get asked is, will I reveal my secrets? Again, absolutely not. In hypnosis, you will not do anything you wouldn't normally do. There's a part of our brain that's described or called the critical faculty, which is like your subconscious conscious filter. It's your moral code. This critical faculty is the part of the mind that keeps you safe. So, if I was to suggest you put your hands in flames in a hypnosis session, you simply would not do it, because you know, and your subconscious knows, flames are dangerous and can burn you. So there is this limit to hypnosis. We can access things and we can change things, but we certainly can't make you do something against your will, as the critical faculty, the part of your mind that keeps you safe, simply won't allow it. And now for the most common question. What does hypnosis feel like? Actually, it doesn't feel like anything at all. People expect to feel hypnotized, but the truth is, in hypnosis, each session can feel different. In some sessions you may feel very relaxed. In others you may feel very awake and alert. In other sessions you may notice time goes slowly or speeds up. There is no definitive feeling of hypnosis. It really is just like the brain is running a different piece of software. So your body can do all the same things it usually does, it's just running a different program. So the question, what does it feel like? The answer is, it feels like nothing. It probably may feel like you're sitting down, because you will be, with your eyes closed, and you may well feel deeply relaxed because you're in a comfortable chair, and we often give suggestions for your body to relax. Other than that, there is no specific feeling of hypnosis, so it can be just like sitting in a chair with your eyes closed, having a conversation. In this conversation, you may notice time can speed up or slow down. But that's not unusual either, really, when you think about it. If you've ever watched a really good movie and you come out and realize it was almost 2.5 hours long, and you get a surprise because you thought it was much shorter. And the reason that happens is because when you're watching a movie, believe it or not, you're in a light form of hypnosis because you're so focused on the movie, you didn't notice time. So this is a common phenomenon. What you may experience in hypnosis, though, if you're wondering what it might feel like in some way, you may notice a tear rolling down your face. And this is not crying, and you're not sad. In hypnosis, the body quite often, although not always, will just clean out the tear ducts, so you may notice a tear comes out of your eye and rolls down your face. And that happens the same as when you're asleep, overnight. Something else you may notice is tummy rumbles. Your digestion slows down in hypnosis, so sometimes the contents of your stomach will settle and gurgle and bubble up. Occasionally people notice their eyelids fluttering, and this is just as the brainwaves go from that rapid, busy, conscious state into the subconscious state, and sometimes the eyelids will flicker a little bit and then they stop, perfectly normal. Some people also notice they start to swallow more regularly or more frequently as they go into hypnosis. Again, this is just the body telling the digestion to get ready. Perfectly normal. Another common question is, so basically hypnosis is just that, a focused state of mind. Now you can use hypnosis with eyes wide open. However, we don't tend to do that as it gets quite uncomfortable if your eyes are wide open and you haven't blinked for 20 minutes or so. So typically, the association is that hypnosis looks like you're asleep, but you really are wide awake. The eyes are only closed, as I mentioned before, to keep them moist so they don't dry out. So hypnosis can in fact be done standing up with your eyes wide open, but that's not much fun for a 30-minute or 40-minute session. This is why we sit down. Another question that pops up is, can I speak during hypnosis? Absolutely yes. In fact, in a therapeutic session, we often have very deep conversations during hypnosis. And the beauty of that is, your answers come more generally from your subconscious mind. So sometimes, in conscious state, when you're having a conversation with a friend, you can't really put your finger on a reason or a situation when you felt a certain way. Sometimes it's hard to recall what the problem is or where the problem started. However, in hypnosis, you have access to all of your subconscious mind. So quite often the conversation in a hypnosis session can lead us more directly to the source of the problem. Although in some situations, that's not necessary. In fact, quite often, we don't need to know what caused the problem. We just need to know how you want to feel. Our brain is more than capable of change without revisiting old trauma. And in fact, as a general rule, I never take clients back to the source of the trauma. That's extremely unpleasant and quite unnecessary. So in fact, your mind is more than capable, as I say, of making profound changes without visiting old events. Another question, can I be forced into hypnosis? Simple answer, no. Hypnosis is only with permission. In fact, it's a state of mind that needs your cooperation. If you don't agree to it and you don't cooperate, you simply can't be hypnotized. It's actually that simple. The other question is, am I too strong-willed to be hypnotized? It makes no difference. Strength of will plays no part in the process. And the same goes for intelligence. Some people think if they're too intelligent, it won't work. Intelligence plays no part in your ability to be hypnotized whatsoever. And I think one of the most common questions is, can a hypnotist or hypnotherapist take advantage of me in any way? The answer is no. A hypnotherapist or a hypnotist has no more opportunity to exploit you than a hairdresser or a doctor or a local shopkeeper. But just as it's important to find a competent hairdresser, it's equally important to make sure you have a good and capable hypnotherapist. And that's why you should do your research, ask questions, and always visit the therapist face to face before commencing any sessions. At the end of the day, if there's something about that hypnotherapist you don't feel comfortable with, walk away and find a therapist you do connect with and that you do feel comfortable with. In fact, I always think that's 50% of the work done right there. If you can trust me and believe me and have a connection with me, we're almost certainly well on the way to getting the results you want. So in conclusion, hypnosis really is very straightforward. There's nothing magical about it. It's one of nature's gifts. In this beautiful, highly focused state of mind, you're in full control. You won't do anything you wouldn't normally do, but you can make profound changes to the way you think, act, and feel. And that's what makes it so wonderful.